well known to beat Falcon just because of Falcon gets a lot of momentum off of grabs. And in this matchup, you don't see grabs happen that often.
Jiggs is going to be spacing aerials.
Can you explain why Falcon can't grab Puff as much?
Well, Jiggs' entire game is based on spacing aerials. Except where the few situations where she can get a rest set up, her entire game is, staying out of range, coming in for a second, throwing out a back air, and going out again. It's part of why people don't like watching Jiggs play. It's often very boring. Hungrybox is notorious for this. He just bears the whole match. Mango's Jiggs was never like this, but he still abused the power of the disjointed bear. In any case, Falcon's grab is still pretty low range. The way he makes it work is by coming in quickly, so you have no chance to react. Because Jiggs is always far away, and because of her tremendous aerial mobility, she's not very easy to grab.
Also, don't forget to mention that Jigglypuff can actually crouch under Falcon's grab.
Ah, yeah. Having played Marth before, I can tell you that's a real annoyance.
Yes, that can actually happen to Marth. It actually happens to a surprising amount of high-tier characters versus Jigglypuff.
Smokey trying for a down air.
I talked to Wizrover about this, and he thinks that the matchup is just the tiniest bit in Jigglypuff's favor, because Falcon at 60 on this stage, if he ever gets a grab or lands a stray knee, that's going to be a kill. Jigglypuff is very, very light.
I mean, look at Puff's percent. She's already at death percent, and boom, she's dead.
Up smash, not a very conventional kill move, but Smokey just makes it work.
Throws it out there, hits the Puff in midair.
And you can see, if you're paying attention to Frank Goldman's play, every time he's landing, whenever that is, he's doing these little crouches, just so he doesn't get grabbed. And a thing that you can do, if they whiff the grab on a crouch, is rest, and it's a very, very strong option.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very surprised that Frank Goldman isn't pressuring Smokey's shield that much. Falcon is very bad in his shield.
Yeah,
not very good in
his
shield. His most valid option is either back air or dare. Down air being the more valid option, because you can go forward and backwards with it. Mm-hmm. With back air, you can only hit behind. See right there? Getting those down. Look how far she's going. She's going to die on the next knee. Falcon is super strong when he lands his punishes on Jigglypuff. Right there, she didn't die because he was holding down.
Also because he flew the other way.
Yeah, removing most of the knockback from the move.
This is a rollout sweet spot. It's a risky maneuver, that one.
Yeah. It's not usually worth it because you can just recover by just jumping there. Jigglypuff known to have one of the best recoveries in the game, and also one of the most ungimpable characters in the game. It can happen, but that is... I saw Wizbro do this one time versus Hungrybox in a set. That is a guaranteed thing. If you get down throw at like 20 or 0, you can actually use the nipple spike, which is a hitbox in Falcon's down air.
Has hitboxes on his nipples. The other hitboxes on his feet do a meteor, which is when they go straight down.
Out of or up bead. But if you hit the nipple, you cannot jump, and it's almost always a guaranteed kill at that percentage.
Just as so that people know the difference between a spike and a meteor. Meteors send you straight down, and because Sakurai didn't want this to be too overpowered and instant kill off stage, he allowed this thing called meteor cancelling, where you just jump or up B, and it cancels the downwards momentum. Spikes don't go straight down, but they send you at a slight angle. Marth's down air, Falco's down air are both common spikes. Captain Falcon's nipple spike is of course one. And because this doesn't send you straight down, the section of code that would normally allow you to cancel doesn't activate, so you're stuck in the entirety of the hit lag.
Yeah. Right now, Smokey with a very dominating lead in this matchup, and that's the game.
Down air to knee,
I was
it's a Captain Falcon
favorite. Fast, but I'm not surprised that it ended that way.
You're expecting Jiggs Falcon to be slow, but Frank didn't really seem to be all too willing to play the waiting game, space aerials on shield.
Going through his pool and taking kids' money.